The Random Jottings of Donald J. in Nelson in Pendle, Lancashire. Shadows in Clayton le Moors, Mercer Park type, haunting manifestation 1984. Shadowy people are said to have been spotted moving around this park. When Mercer House was derelict, candlelight would occasionally be spotted in the attic, although that could have been just trespassers. It was a cold and misty evening in Clayton le Moors, and the park was quiet, almost eerily so. The moon was hidden behind a thick layer of clouds, casting deep shadows on the ground. The only sound that could be heard was the rustling of leaves in the wind. Mark had heard about the strange occurrences in Mercer Park, but he had never believed in ghosts or hauntings. He was an adventurous teenager, and he had decided to visit the park with his friends to see if they could witness anything unusual. As they walked through the park, Mark and his friends started to feel uneasy. The shadows seemed to be moving, as if they had a life of their own. They could hear whispering voices, but when they turned round, no one was there. It was as if they were being watched. Suddenly, they saw a shadowy figure moving in the distance. It was hard to make out any features, but it seemed to be human-like. They cautiously approached it, but as they got closer, the figure disappeared into thin air. They continued to explore the park, but every time they turned a corner, they saw more shadows moving around them. It was as if they were in a different world, a world where the shadows had come to life. As they walked closer to Mercer House, they could see a flickering light in the attic. They knew the house had been derelict for years, and it was impossible for anyone to be up there. They decided to investigate, slowly making their way up the creaky stairs. When they reached the top of the stairs, they saw a group of people sitting in a circle, surrounded by candles. They were all dressed in old-fashioned clothes, and their faces were pale and ghostly. Suddenly, the candles flickered and went out, plunging the attic into darkness. Mark and his friends could feel the cold air around them, and they knew they had to leave before anything else happened. As they made their way back down the stairs, they could feel a presence following them. It was as if the shadows had come to life, and they were trying to trap them. They finally made it out of the house and ran back through the park, their hearts beating fast with fear. They had experienced something that they could not explain, and it had left them shaken. From that day on, Mark and his friends never went back to Mercer Park again. They knew that the shadows would always be there, lurking in the darkness, waiting to be seen again. By Donald J.